Greetings, folks, back with another one. And in today's video, a topic I have already done a few times. I have a few videos talking about physical media, but still, there are a lot of things to talk about. Why would you want a huge collection of physical media? What do I mean by huge? I mean like 500 to 1000 CDs or tapes or vinyl, doesn't matter, any format. Why would you want that insane big of a collection? I'll run over a few questions I have to ask you if you want to have that collection. First, do you realize how much money it costs? Of course, if you're not gonna buy like what 100 CDs at a time, and you'll buy one CD and then like combine all that shit, it will be harder to notice. But think of it as if 10 CDs is already could be more than $100. And I don't mean like don't collect physical music. Physical music is amazing. I have started collecting it recently. I do collect it already for about 5 or 6 months, or something about that. I do have a really small collection of about 30 CDs or so, I would say. Yeah, I just started and I can't buy a shit tons of them. But anyway, uh, just realize how much money it would cost to own you a collection of like 500 plus CDs, or even vinyl. That would cost you double or even triple, because some vinyl is even more expensive. I mean by that, think of how much other stuff you could have bought instead of a huge music collection. I mean like that a collection of about 100 is a maximum for me, to be honest. And I will explain later in this video why is it like that. So, the main point I want to deliver to you is you won't listen to it. You will not listen to it. What do I mean you will not listen to it? Usually with a small collection, uh, you know all the albums you have and stuff. Most of the albums you have are actually meaningful albums to you, because you buy your like favorite albums and stuff, and you do listen to them. Uh, you blast stuff pretty often. Today, by the way, I was listening to Mugwa, and I'm wearing Mugwa shirt as well. Uh, it's one of my favorite black metal bands of all time, and that's my favorite album, Age of Excuse. The second place is With Hearts Toward None, my shirt, man. So yeah, back to the topic. What do you mean you don't listen to it? Imagine you have a collection of about 500 plus CDs or vinyl or tapes. I'll just example in CDs, and if you would listen to one CD a day, you wouldn't listen through your entire collection in an entire fucking year, mate. What I mean by that is that most of the albums will just sit on your shelf and rot, and you won't listen to them for a year or even more. So what's the point of buying the premium kind of music? And the premium kind of music, I mean physical music. The most premium and true way of listening to music that would require your full attention. It's not just like background music at this point. It requires your full attention, especially when it's vinyl. Uh, so, what's the point of buying it if it will just sit on your shelves and not do anything for so long? for so long, it'll just sit and rot on the shelves, man. That's the main point I want to deliver. Next, if you have a huge collection, and let's say you have an insane amount of money, you seriously, first you won't listen to the most of the stuff you have, and next you won't even buy the albums you necessarily like. At this point, you just hear like a few songs from a band you don't even know, and you're like, oh, it sounds decent. I'll get a copy of that. Then you get a copy, listen to the half of it once, just put it back on your shelf, and it rots there. Does nothing. That's the point I want to deliver in this video. Then imagine moving out. How the fuck would you move out with 500 CDs? And it's like, seriously, how the fuck would you move out with 500 CDs, mate? That's, to me, seems very hard, to be honest, and a lot of hard work to move out with this amount of CDs. So, yeah. I mean, there is a small chance that an average metalhead would have an insane collection like that. It's more often like metal YouTubers and stuff who have an insane amount of CDs and stuff that they flex all the time. I'm pretty sure that my voice cracked. I'm very sorry, but I'm pretty sure that they don't actually listen to it. They just like listen to it sometimes to their like favorite albums in the collection. All the rest of the stuff they bought throughout the years just sits there and does nothing at all. So yeah, I think this is it for today. Join my Telegram channel, link down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, mate. Stay safe and cheers.